Hi, I'm Danya Nadal, and I am a senior at Drew University in Madison, New Jersey, thanks to the Vermont grant. I applied to a lot of schools, including many in Vermont, including UVM. Ultimately, I had to choose between Drew and UVM due to finances, and even though Drew costs about $60K a year and I would have been an in-state student at UVM, I would have graduated from UVM with more debt. Though at the time I didn't know it, I am so thankful that I was able to go to Drew. There are opportunities here that I never would have even been able to think about if I had stayed in Vermont. I'm studying political science and studio art, and if I had been studying this in Vermont, I'm sure I wouldn't have gotten the type of education I gotten with the resources I had gotten. And I never would have even been able to go to the city like New York or DC or Philly to do research or to examine things. Like I wouldn't have had any of the experiences I got. Being at school in New Jersey meant that I wasn't I wasn't stuck in the middle of nowhere. I wasn't I wasn't surrounded by trees and cows. I was surrounded by people, which is what I'm studying. I'm not studying trees. I'm not studying cows. I'm studying people. Um, I've had to work at least 3 jobs for my entire time at college, which has taken up a lot of the time I would have liked to have spent studying. But thanks to the Vermont grant, I was able to balance this time spent on pay work with the time I spent on schoolwork. Being in New Jersey did mean, though, that I could study the United Nations instead of through a textbook, through actually going to the UN and attending meetings, meeting people that worked there, going to events. It meant I could gather goods to distribute to any homeless people I saw on my way to those classes in the city. It meant I could work with some of the best political science faculty on the East Coast. It meant I could explore the best libraries and museums in the country. Like I could learn about the world of nonprofits and social entrepreneurship through working with an actual nonprofit to get resources for refugees by visiting places like Blackbaud Technological Solutions or the Metropolitan Opera. It meant I could take everything I learned growing up in Vermont, the things I learned to value like compassion and empathy, passion, equity, creativity, and I could use it. I could apply it to something new. Vermont is undoubtedly one of the most welcoming, caring places I've ever lived. Um, if it hadn't if I hadn't been able to leave for college, though, I wouldn't have been able to grow anywhere near as much as an individual or as a scholar. And that is why limiting the portability of the Vermont grant is a terrible idea. Absolutely terrible. We want our youth to be able to grow. We want our youth to be able to expand and better themselves and become more than what they were in elementary school. If we all stay the same, if we all grow until high school and then just stay there because we're staying in the same place, in the same environment with the same people, nothing's going to get better. We need change. We need things to get better. It's not going to work if we don't fund the future. So please keep the Vermont grant fundable. The future needs it. Thank you.